Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, I'm GC Smith, and welcome to another Eldritch Moon spoiler video. Today, the two spoilers I have for you are brought to you by a shop somewhere in Europe. I'm not sure exactly on the language. It could be Italian or Spanish. I'm not certain. I'm not great at foreign languages. But basically, the shop opened its pre-release packs early and has photographed two of the promos they've opened and shared those images with us. And fortunately, they've been very quickly translated for each of you. So I'm going to be starting with the least exciting of the two promos today, Supplanter of Identity. 2 blue for a shape-shifting creature. It's a 0/3, and it has, whenever Supplanter of Identity attacks, you may exile another target non-token creature. If you do, Supplanter of Identity becomes a copy of that creature until the end of the turn, and return the exiled card to the battlefield under its control at the beginning of the next end step. Now, I absolutely love this card for its flavour, because it's very much comes across as a kind of evil twin type card, which is a very, very cool, you know, the kind of card of like traditional gothic horror of someone replacing you. Although the promo symbol on the front, which suggests it's an Eldrazi aligned card, means it could just be like an Eldrazi based thing. I don't really know. What I do know is this mechanic works really well with processors. This card gives you an easy way in blue, especially to exile a card for a period enough time enough to use your processors, which can be sweet. But beyond that, I'm not certain on how good this card is. Yes, it's good for processors, but not many decks do run processors, especially in blue. Blue-black control would rather have anything other than this on the board, really. And I often find it really hard to really get value. A lot of creatures in the format right now have like enter the battlefield effects, and you wouldn't want to give your opponent their enter the battlefield effects again. So you'd be forced to exile one of your own creatures. Maybe that's good if you wanted to get the enter battlefield effect, but then why not attack with that creature anyway if it's good enough to be attacking with, since you'd be attacking with a copy of it. I don't know, it's a very weird card. I'm not certain on how to evaluate it, and it definitely could see play, but I think it's very much not going to. I don't think it's that good overall. It's interesting, and it's definitely got casual playability, and probably okay in limited. Being able to get a copy of their big bomb. The only downside is you don't get any attack triggers, because it has to attack to trigger its own ability, so yeah. Next up we have Thalia Cathar Heretic, or Heretic Cathar. Yes, it's another Thalia, and it seems she's been letting her hair grow long, and boy is she an amazing card. I know it's interesting to see that we get another playable Thalia. Like, this card is super playable when I show you, tell you what it does. But overall, I'm just really surprised. Often you get like one really playable legendary and the others not so playable. Like all the Dragon Lords, each of them only had one playable version. For Kolagarn, it was his Fate Reforged version, and for all the others, it was their Dragons over Tarkia or Dragons of Tarkia version. But Thalia Cathar Heretic is a really good card, and let's just get straight into what she actually does. For 2 and a white, you get a legendary creature, Human Soldier. Bog standard, there's no way she wouldn't be a legendary creature or a human soldier. That's just exactly what she would be, unless she was Eldrazified, I guess. She has First Strike, no surprise there, and she also has creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Oh boy, this card's great. And it just goes to show you that she's probably actually not a soldier, but she's probably Avacyn's taxwoman. Like, both versions of her card are incredibly taxing to your opponents. She must have been taxwoman, or she went to accounting school or something, because how else can you explain how much she taxes her opponents on both cards? And the fact you can have both out at the same time because of the different names, and have both of those kind of taxing events, taxing things stacked up, it's just insane. And I already know I want to build a stacks commander deck, mono white stacks with her as my commander, because so many people in my playgroup play 3 or 4 color decks. It's going to be so fun to see them have all their land enter battlefield tapped, so they're always off curve, and then when they play creatures on curve, those creatures enter tapped as well. It's going to be very interesting to see. Personally, I think this card's biggest shine, though, is going to be in Modern and Legacy. Those formats play nothing but dual lands, like shock lands, fetch lands, all of those entering tapped. Hey, a fetch land entering it tapped, and then the land it fetches entering tapped the turn after. Yeah, it's going to be pretty bonkers. And it's not as if she dies to gut shot, something that certain decks have started seeing play now in Modern. I know that's never really been a concern, but I know in Legacy especially, a lot of decks, well, I say Legacy, Modern, gut shots started seeing more play, because you just need to be able to kill things like Thalia or something to tax them. I imagine this card is going to be really good against, say, Grishold because your creature coming in with tapped, yeah, it's never going to really help that much at haste. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see anyway. I think she's going to be very good. In fact, I actually have a complaint that she's too good at the moment. White is already the most powerful colour in Standard, and with Collected Company, this being a 3-mana spell makes it just, I don't know, too good. They really didn't need another really powerful card to go with it. Amazing card. I really like the card, and had this been any other Standard season, I'd be really happy to see it. But right now, I think it's just too good for Standard, where green-white already dominates. Blue doesn't really have anything going for it. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, rich getting richer and the poor staying poor, I guess. Although we've still got the whole Standard season, so Blue might be getting some amazing stuff, which I hope they do. So anyway, that's the 2 cards for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As we come up to Eldritch Moon, I definitely want to come up with some other videos beyond just spoilers. Maybe deck techs or matches or something. I'll try and find a way to do that. But please let me know what else kind of things you'd like to see as we come up to Eldritch Moon. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.